It's nice that this CBC guest has part of the picture and is kind of writing about it and talking about it. But again, he doesn't have a good grasp on the reality of the human condition because he thinks it's Silicon Valley insanity and it's defeatable by the norm who also suffer from insanity, right? Because there's many people who are as dumb or fearful and want to control things or be paranoid in the norm as these more powerful movers and shakers because of the monetary paradigm. So if you're not linked to the reality of the human condition, you'll never have a full picture. And by the way, we've passed the tipping points to self-correct as a species. We're not well up here as a species. So pointing the finger to the worst of us, if only they can be dethroned in some way, everything will be okay, is flawed thinking. As a species, we are not okay. Otherwise, these people wouldn't keep rising, for example, and with all the followers and supporters who are not well up here. So again, these are my 3 recommendations to the species I share DNA with. I know they won't be implemented. I know they're not hard to implement, but I know it's too late for a species that has passed the tipping points for self-correction, for humanism to even be possible, to do this. One of them is developing worldviews that are ecocentric only, based on the natural world, that are non-fiction related worldviews. Money is fiction, religion is fiction, and religion is as much in money as it is in the supernatural. So magical, supernatural, all this cognitive dissonance where some people think they're connected to the natural world, the environment, animals, and they are so far from really being connected, then it's too late for adults to become ecocentric, but it's not too late for them to make choices that the next generation could become like that. But no, what they're doing instead is training the next generation to learn things they think they'll need to learn to get ahead in the economic paradigms or in the morals of religion, and without realizing that the morals are measurably theoretical and not in practice with religions. And it's going to get more easy to measure that, by the way, not less easy. So the other thing is life skills. Saskatchewan New Start model, real life skills. Stop misdefining it. Do the work. If you want to work with people in healthcare, in education, whatever, you need to be trained in life skills. Otherwise, you are horrible role models. You can barely reference others. So you can't be patient-centered or learner-centered without doing a series for the rest of your lives and keep doing some in varieties of real life skills. By the way, again, a life skills lesson is related to often sitting in a circle, sharing stories, but also to learn specific interpersonal skills and to practice them and to help realize how we are lacking of them, often with parts of these workshops that have role plays that involve triggers. We need to see ourselves on videos as who we truly are, and then we can realize, oh my God, I'm horrible in what real life skills are. And that includes a harder jump of courage required for people that think they already know what it is, think they're good at it, that have it on their business card, that they're life skills curriculum writers or experts or teachers, when they're not talking about the right things. And again, when you become ecocentric, you'll probably start talking about the right thing eventually when you use the word sustainability, because most people are not talking about sustainability when they're doing it now. Sustainability is about a healthy ecosystem and habitats for all species, and projecting that it's even better in the future. So for that, we have to do the third thing that I'm talking about, is realize we're the villains. We're the ones screwing up all this. So we have no business talking about sustainability as a species as if we're not the villains on this planet. So realize we suffer from a variety of human domestication syndromes, HSD pathologies. It lowered our abilities measurably to access the higher functions of our brains, and therefore to behave in ways that reflect the definitions of sentience and sapience. And we're so in denial about it, still suffering from so much human chauvinism. In big part, religions do that. In big parts, of the power to have more money than others gives us. So all these fictional ideologies that we live in, and we try to cram in our head, although they're not compatible, and sometimes with a little bit of natural world nonfiction thrown in. So you have to realize how ill you are as a species, how you are so far from even knowing what life skills and interpersonal skills look like to form communities that are healthy and that can collaborate, self-correct, and also how your worldviews are so not related to the real world of life on this planet. That's what you need to do, and you're so far from it, and there's no structures or systems or social providers that can help you with this. So that's it.